What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, do yourself a favor, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and come join the team, man. We would absolutely love to have you here on the channel. My name is David, and today we got something very cool going on. If you couldn't already tell by the intro, we got a little bit of a special guest, coming on the channel and helping us out here today. My dog Harper is going to be picking what lures I'm going to be using when we're about to go fishing right here. So let me show you what we got going on, and it's all going to become a little bit more clear as to what we're doing right here. So right in front of me is a little game that I like to play with my puppy, and when she gets bored and she needs something to do, this is a little game that I pull out and it keeps her occupied. So what you typically do is you put the tennis ball on top of a treat, and she just likes pulling them off and finding the treats under the tennis balls. What I'm doing today though is putting pieces of paper with different names of lures under the treats, and the first 3 balls that she pulls off of there are gonna be the lures that we use here in today's video. So it's pretty simple. We've got some really diverse baits that we can use here, and it's gonna be totally up to my puppy, as to which one she picks out. All right, so without any further ado, let's go grab Harper, bring her out here, see what she has to pick today. And a squirrel literally just ran past me right now, so hopefully she doesn't take off after that, but we're gonna see what she chooses. Let's go get her. All right, so I brought her out, guys. Here she is. If y'all haven't met her before, this is Harper. I've shown her to you guys a couple times on the channel, but if you're new, you probably haven't seen her. And she has gotten a lot bigger since last time I put her on here. So yeah, that's her right there. Let's go ahead and cover up these treats and the names of the lures. She's interested. She knows something's going on right now. But here are the lures that are actually under there. So we're gonna get 3 of these right here. All of them are provided by today's video sponsor, Carl's Bait and Tackle. Huge shout out to Carl's for hooking us up with these lures to use for the challenge. But Harper gets to pick 3 of those, and we're gonna do that right now. All right, Harps, you ready? She knows this game. Ready, sit, sit, go girl. All right, which ones are you gonna pick? Which ones, come on. Oh, she smells it under there. Is that our first selection maybe? Come on. All right, there's number 1. So we'll grab this paper. That's our first choice. There's number 2. She's picking the corners. And there we go, number 3. So these are our 3 lures. Harper, great job. She's just gonna keep feasting in there. We'll let her get all the treats, but yeah, we got our papers. Let's read them off and let's see what we got to work with today. So paper number 1, we got the micro clutch, which is this lure right here. It's a tiny, I think it's 1/8 of an ounce lipless crankbait from Guggen Baits. So that's our first option right there. She's already like distracted by something else. But here's our second choice. What do we got? The baby bull shad. That's a big swim bait right here. So that's 2 very different size baits right there for us to use. And then last but not least, let's see what she picked for her final choice. The Digger 3.5. That's a little square bill crankbait, and it dives 3 to 5 feet, as you would guess by the name. So these are our 3 baits that we have to use today, and I'm pretty excited to throw them all. It's a wide, variety of stuff that we can use here, and we might be able to catch a lot of different fish on these. So huge shout out to Harper for helping us out here today. Also another very big shout out, like I said before, thank you to today's video sponsor, Carl's Bait and Tackle, for hooking us up with the baits to use for this challenge. And Harper just, narrowed it down to find exactly what we're gonna use. But Carl's has the best selection of baits on the internet at the best prices. Highly encourage you guys to check them out. I'll leave the link to sign up for that down in the description below. But right here, we got the baby bull shad. I'm most excited to use this one because I think we have the chance to catch big fish on this. And she's chasing a squirrel. I gotta go get her. All right, you guys, let's roll. We're heading down to the spot right now. And this is gonna be a little bit interesting because with the lures that my dog literally selected, we can catch a wide variety of fish. And we're gonna be going to multiple spots in this video. So the first spot I decided to come to is one that you guys probably recognize from some other videos we've done. This is where we catch a lot of our creek stripers. And I'm gonna try that baby bull shad lure that my dog picked out and try to pull some stripers out of here. It's kind of a long shot, but we definitely have the chance. And this is the bait right here that I was talking about. So we're gonna tie that on, throw it around for a little bit. Only spend probably like 10 or 20 minutes here, and then we're gonna get to the next spot. But it would be really cool if we can catch something on this out of here. All right, there she is out of the package. Little swim bait, 3.75 inches, white color. Really good shad imitation, which is the bait fish that these stripers come up here and eat. So I don't see why it wouldn't get bit. The only thing that's going to be tough is just seeing if the stripers are actually here, because it's low tide and you got a much better chance to catch them at high tide, but there could still be a couple up in here, so that's what we're hoping for. There's a fish, guys, right when it hit the water. Is that a striper or a bass? It's a largemouth. Right on the bull shad. Sweet, dude. First fish of the challenge. That guy was sitting right over there under the tree. And it's not really our intended species for this spot, but a fish is a fish nonetheless. And I guess my dog picked a good bait. Thought I might have been snagged just because it was right when it hit the water when I felt tension on the line. But that's one bait knocked out of the challenge, the baby bull shad. Definitely not a bad way to start the challenge, catching a nice little bass like that. More fish to come, hopefully, but you know, I got one in the first like 5 minutes. And it's always fun catching them on swim baits like the baby bull shad. Let's let this guy go down here. I love bites like that when you don't even have to do anything. Like, it just hits the water and they eat it. Doesn't get much better than that. Man, it's crazy shallow down there. That's why the stripers aren't here. There's a lot of places along this creek that get really shallow during low tide, and it's like unpassable for the stripers to come up here from the bay during that time. So just gotta wait for those high tides. But unfortunately, the time I have to fish today doesn't really match up with high tide. All right, well, nothing more down here other than that bass, but we're gonna go hit another spot. We're gonna use this lure and the other lures that my dog picked for this challenge, so don't go anywhere yet. We still got more fish to catch. It's been a good start though, but we just gotta keep it rolling now. All right, here we go at location number 2. This is gonna be an interesting one because the water is looking like mad low. Probably more low than I've ever seen at any other point here. And I don't know how that's gonna affect the fishing. It's like super calm out there. There's no wind going on. So I'm thinking the fish might be a little bit lethargic right now, but we're still gonna try to get them to bite out here. Haven't been to this pond in a while, but the baits that we have for this challenge should, you know, theoretically work here. It's all stuff that, you know, I've used like similar stuff in the past and it's worked. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna give it a crack here. And even if doesn't work out, we'll move on somewhere else, but we're gonna get this challenge done. So we already caught one on the bull shad, so I'm thinking at this pond we're either gonna try this crankbait right here or this little pink lipless micro clutch. I think we're gonna start out with the bluegill. Maybe we'll try them both here, but I think we're gonna start out with that and see if we can't get a little bite off of that. You know, the one thing I really wish my puppy picked was some kind of a topwater lure. I wish I had included that in a lot for her to choose from, because I don't know, this pond is just giving me like some major topwater vibes right now. Like, if we throw a buzzbait or a whopper plopper on here, I'm pretty sure we'd get slammed right now. But we're gonna give this crankbait a shot. This is kind of like the shallower end of the pond right here. So probably gonna pick up some junk off of the bottom with it because it dives 3 to 5 feet. But we'll try to keep it like towards the surface. Step out here on this pipe. Get ourselves a good casting angle. Thing cast a mile. That's good. Not that I really need that on a pond this small, but definitely gets me out there. Well, this pond officially sucks today, but the good news is this is only plan B after our first spot. We still got plan C, D, E, F, G, whatever. Tons more places we can go. So let me think of somewhere real quick and we'll head out to another spot. But just because this pond is like dead right now doesn't mean other ponds will. Some can be, you know, pretty slow like this one, and another one could be on fire. So we're just gonna put in the work until we find some more fish. All right, spot number 3. And as I'm walking up, this is a really bad situation here. This is as low as I've ever seen this pond. Like, it's on the verge of drying up. It's, wow. I've never seen it like this before. It's terrible. Hopefully the fish didn't like die off or anything, because this water is like 6 inches deep in the middle. It's full of scum. I can't even throw any of these lures over here because they'll just get caught up in all that. Hopefully it opens up a little bit down the way here, but this might be a no-go. We might not even be able to fish this. Yeah, it's pretty shallow all the way around. Like, I'm thinking maybe 4 to 6 inches all the way across the entire pond. And I'm just not seeing any fish, so I'm thinking they're all the way down back where we started out, like in all that scum, just chilling. There's a turtle right there that's on the bottom, just cruising. His feet are on the bottom, but his head's out of the water. That's how shallow this place is right now. And it's pretty much unfishable, so we're gonna have to move on to another pond. But a lot of ponds in Delaware right now are like this, though. It's so weird because we had a lot of rain like a week ago, and yeah, they're just still shallow for some reason. It's not good. I don't want these places to dry up. I mean, y'all can see the bank of like where it normally is, where the water used to come up to, and it's just down so much. So this definitely sucks, but it doesn't mean we're quitting on this challenge. Still got some lures to knock out, still got some fish to catch, so stay with me, let's keep it rolling. Finally, a pond with some water in it. See if this one pays off. Lucky spot number 4. This is always a fun one because we get a lot of Karens at this pond, so gotta be on our toes. This one is pretty low too, but at least you got the waterfall out there, or the fountain, I mean. Got some moving water. Fish should be pretty active, because anytime you got a fountain, it keeps the water cooler. And in turn, it keeps those fish moving around a little bit more than other spots that don't have moving water like that. Start out with the bull shad, and then we'll try some other baits too. I really want to knock out this pink crankbait right here. So we're gonna walk around over on these rocks. And this pond is kind of like split in two by a section of rocks in the middle here. So I don't know if like all the fish are on one side or the other, but if we go to the middle on these rocks, we can cast to both sides. And that's what we're gonna do right here. See a couple of little bass right here on this side. There we go. Oh, it got off. Dang, dude. That was on the pink crankbait. At least we got a bite. He held on for a second, but we couldn't get him in. But that's a good sign. Just need to land one now, come on. What is this, like the 5th pond of the day? 5th spot? I don't know, it's been a grind. 1 fish over 4 total spots, and this is our 5th. It's been tough. Harper has not picked out the best lures for us, it seems like, but we're here at yet another low pond, much lower than normal, but we can actually go out here and fish. And I've caught some nice fish out of here in the past, so I don't want to get y'all's hopes up, seeing as it's been a tough day, but this is as good a pond as any in the area that I'm in right now. It's just crazy how low this stuff is though. Like, this is normally all underwater. There's a fish. Come on in. I need you. I need you. You hit it 2 times. Finally, the monster we've been looking for. At least we got him on one of the challenge baits right there. Dude, it has been such a struggle just to find this little fish right here. We had one get off at the last pond. It was about this size, and we finally found ourselves another one over here in the clear water. Whew, it's crazy how hard we worked for that guy right there, but that's on the Guggen mini clutch, or micro clutch, I think it's called. Nice little pale bass right there. If you guys want to get these lures, I'll leave them all linked in the description of the video here. But for now, let's get this guy underway, or on his way. And there he goes back out there. It's crazy how clear this water is. I can't get over that. You can see these fish from like a mile away. All right, let's switch her on up back to that bluegill. Try to complete this challenge out here. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. Just need this bluegill to come through for me. This crankbait cast up there by the fountain, out in the deep. I mean, it's gonna be tough because this pond is like 1 to 2 feet deep all across the way, and this thing dives 3 to 5. So I'm just trying to keep my rod tip as high as I can. Try to keep this thing out of the grass on the bottom and keep it in that strike zone. All right, well, I've made a couple of trips around the pond, spent like a good amount of time here at this pond trying to find that 3rd and final fish for this challenge, and I just couldn't do it, man. This lure dives way too deep, and I was getting junk on it like every single cast, and it made it really tough. But we did, you know, kind of have some success today. 66.6%, 2 out of 3 fish, 2 out of 3 baits completed. You know, my dog did a pretty good job of picking the baits out. We got 2 out of 3 done. And it was a fun challenge. It sucks that we didn't complete it today, but you know, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys had fun watching it. So if you did, appreciate the effort from today's video. Smash my thumbs up button down below. Drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see on the next challenge that we do. And of course, if you've not already, please smash that subscribe button. I'm gonna get myself out of here, but once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.